Welcome back to Slack Outdoors, y'all. It's been a while. Went hunting this morning, kicked up some deer going in, and wind was not really good for the place I planned on hunting, and I really don't want to spook the deer out of by my kids' stand, so I just kind of sat up front hoping I'd see something come through. But got some 4.5 130-inch deer on camera. If I get on the pictures and remember to, I'll try to put some on here and so y'all can see them. But nothing to write home about for this area. There's pretty big deer here. The deer I would have shot these deer on our Texas lease without thinking. So, but here I'm looking for a little bit bigger. We've got some bigger ones on camera on my neighbor's property, which is it neighbors my land. So they'll be here during the rut, and there'll be others as well. Corn's still up on my neighbor's property to my east, and them deer are just hiding in there from these dogs. So they're just basically staying in the corn. As soon as it gets harvested, they'll be back in the bedding areas a little bit heavier. The does will, at least. So our fields were harvested right after my COVID stuff, while I was trying to recover, get my strength back, but ended up getting about 65 bushels an acre, which is they're telling me is pretty decent for this area. And told the farmer he can farm again next year. He really did a good job. I think he's going to put corn next year, and he said, hey, when I put corn, I'll put you a little sweet corn in there for you as well. So I said, well, hey, man, that's good. So there'll be videos of that. Hopefully I can get some video of him planting and just show you what's going on. I don't have a lot that's tillable. We only have about 9 acres. Well, it's 9 acres, maybe plus a little bit. I'm going to do some clearing this winter, try to get another acre off around the edges, get a little bit more land for them to trim. It's just these fields have been kind of grown in and not really taken care of on the edges, so I think I can get a little bit more. Plus I need a road going down, because you know me, I like to put tracks on the land and keep let people know I'm out here. So son's home 4-day weekend for military, and Columbus Day's I guess tomorrow, and he's been doing some hunting. My daughter's been hunting. Haven't seen anything, but I think it's got a lot to do with the corn being up, and they're just basically sitting in there munching on corn till it goes away. We're not even getting many deer on camera. Put some food plots in. I got video of that. That was going to be my video I was going to put out, and then COVID struck. So I'll probably add them to the here and just time lapse them towards the end of it. So if you want to see us putting them in, I didn't put big food plots in like some people do. 1, 2 acres, half acre. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm just planting 20, 30 foot wide, 100 foot long, just strips. Just need them because Indiana's dumb and won't let you put any corn out, thinking that's baiting, even though you can plant a food plot, which is really baiting, but it's allowed. So if you got the equipment and you got the money, you can plant. But what if you don't have a whole bunch of money and you just want to put some corn out? The corn doesn't bring them in as much as people think. The deer would rather have acorns. They'd rather have the browse from the little tree plants and the brush. They stop and they'll nibble on some corn, but they're not going to sit there and eat it all day long. They have that mindset that, if you put corn out, they're just going to sit there until it's gone. That's not true. If the acorns are falling, them deer are going to be on the acorns. They ain't going by the corn. They may stop by and take a couple nibbles as they're walking through to go to the acorns, but they're not going to just sit there and eat on corn all day. So whoever the biologist is for Indiana, you need to really look around and talk to other states, because you're ignorant to the facts. Talk to some deer hunters that's hunted in other states. And I hunted in the piney woods of East Texas, and I never shot deer over top of corn. Not one. I ain't shoot one over corn. But they stop. Well, in the Piney Woods. I did shoot them in South Texas. South Texas is a different story. There's nothing to eat down there, you know, and everything sticks or pricks you. So yeah, when the feeder goes off, that's the dinner bell in South Texas and the brush country. So, but you get into the thick woods like Indiana has, or these ravines in between fields, man, you're not going to get them in with corn. They're not going to just sit there and eat on the corn all day. You know, that's ignorance. But anyway, as you can tell, that's a very sore subject for me, because I believe in an ethical kill. I don't want to shoot something on the move. I want to sit there and look at it for a minute if I can, to judge if I want to kill it. But if it's moving and I've got to bleed at it to stop or whistle at it to stop, it's on guard. It's looking for whatever just made that noise, and it can see any movement. It can see my trigger hand on the bow. It can see anything really quickly. But if I can sit there and look at it feeding, I can say, yep, that's a 150-inch deer. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. Or, man, that's an old doe. That doe needs to go. She's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it this winter. She don't have a tooth in her mouth, right? So, but anyway, I'll get off that topic. But anyway, with the COVID, I do want to talk about it some, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but I will get deep enough to give you what I learned. And for one, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything to you. I'm just telling you what I learned along the way. So about, I'm going to say 5-6 weeks ago, Tracy got sick with COVID. We believe it's COVID. Again, I'll talk more about that in a second. But she got sick. She was out. Fever. Didn't feel good. 3 days and she was back on her feet. I mean, her body was still weak, but she was, she could function. And then the Monday, halfway through Monday, now she had it, Friday through Sunday. On the Monday, halfway through the day, I just couldn't function no more. I was done. I sent an email out to my team and said, hey, I'm off for the rest of the day. I got to take PI, personal illness. I need to get off, and I'm not feeling good at all. And anyway, I went downhill from there. So got on all the vitamins and stuff right in the beginning, and should have been taking them a lot sooner. Again, I'll get to that part in a second, but after about a week, it got in my lungs and I could barely breathe. Doctors prescribed me some breathing treatments and some prednisone to help my lungs. Thank her so much, and I have thanked her so much for prescribing it to me. She treated my symptoms and didn't treat COVID. Okay, that's the key thing. She treated the symptoms and not treated COVID. These doctors nowadays, if you get the COVID test, they're required to treat COVID. Okay, and some of the stuff they can't treat you with if they know you have it. So I'm not getting into all the different hype that's out there about this works, that works. I'm not into that. You do you, But I will say this. There's countries out there that give their citizens a vitamin pack to help their bodies fight COVID or illnesses if they get it. COVID doesn't get fought in the body, from what I've seen, but from in the body with any drugs. All right, vaccine doesn't fight COVID. It gives your body the antibodies that it can use, and there's a channel out there that a farmer, it's like Two Dumb Farmers or something like that. Really good guy, old guys in Alabama. They Tuscaloosa, Alabama fans, But anyway, he got COVID too, and he went and got antibodies or something. I don't know what that's all about because I didn't do that. But I do know that if I would have been taking the vitamins beforehand, my body would have been stronger to fight the COVID. Also, if I wouldn't have lost 50 pounds this year, I probably wouldn't have made it through the COVID. So my wife and I thank God every day that I was able to lose the weight and got healthier. COVID took another 10 pounds off me. I did have to fight that a little bit. I had dehydration. That was a lot of the weight it took. I did put all that hydration back in me. I started having really low blood pressure and all that. Again, dehydration. Got everything back running good. I'm about 95% on my lung capacity. Been climbing some deer stands thinking I'm all that, and then I can feel it the next day, or I can feel it later that day. So anyway, I just want to tell you this. My wife and I did not get tested for the COVID. I will not get tested for the COVID. The reason being is because they want statistics. They want you to have it. They want you to have it to make it look like you're worse, right? The media drools over scaring you, right? They drool over it. Heck, if there's a hurricane coming, you see the videos out there, if hurricane comes and it's really not doing anything, they'll act like it's doing something. They'll pretend, they'll make it look like it's worse than it is. And then you see two people walk behind them and they're acting like they're blown over from the wind, and two people walking, drinking, eating McDonald's. So again, that's that scare tactic they try to use on you. So people, just be careful of that stuff, man. You used to always be told, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. And it's almost to the point where none of what you hear and maybe a quarter of what you see, if you can see the whole picture. Yeah. But anyway, all I know is if you are 100%, you got to get the vaccine, you got to be COVID tested, you got to stay this, you got to do that. Man, you do you. Stay locked up in your house. Because people like me ain't scared to get sick and get better. But if it's going to kill me, it's going to kill me, because God has my days numbered. Not the media, not the U.S. government, nobody. And talk about the government making all our military folks get COVID vaccinated if they don't want to. That's wrong. That is wrong. They shouldn't have to if they don't want to. Any other vaccine in the military, if they don't want to take it, they didn't have to take it. But this COVID, they're going to chapter them out of the military? That's ridiculous. And we as Americans need to stand up. And if you're against what I'm saying right now, please log off this channel and never watch it again. Because I don't want your comments. And I will delete every one of your comments, because I'm not going to sit there and listen to all that bull. I'm a true red-blooded American. Love this country. I love what it stands for. Anyway, I'm rambling and ranting. Hey man, thanks for coming out and watching my channel again. I'm going to try to get these videos going. Trying to catch up at work as well. But I'm going to try to get these videos out once a week like I've been. Like I said, this is October 10th, so hopefully I get this one out by Thursday. That was my plan. I know Firewood at the Furnace, he gets his out on Wednesday, and I didn't want to steal his glory, so I pushed mine to Thursday, so, but anyway, that's just a respect thing. That's just like old Dan having his Friday live thing, and I'm like, hey, I would never do that, I wouldn't try to jump on their glory, man. So yeah, you do you though, when it comes down to it. But hey, thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for coming. Hey, thanks for coming and watching the channel again. Try to get these videos out a little bit better now that I'm getting better. Got some catch up to do at work, but I'll get these videos out. You should be looking for them on Thursdays or Fridays, and hopefully it'll get out. I'll put all the content I have recorded. I'm not going to make videos out of them. I'll just time lapse some of that stuff on here. Or I'll use the next one. This video kind of drug out a little bit. I might time lapse them while I'm talking, just use the voice here as well. But yeah, anyway, take care and God bless, and get out in God's creation and do something, man. And enjoy the outdoors. That's what we're going to do. Y'all take care now.